Chrisean Rock, how dare you? You need to be in jail. CPS needs to be called to your house, and that baby should be extracted. For you are ridiculous. For you are insane.
I just can't do it. People in jail, it just ain't turning out like this is gonna be healthy for us, you know? If it's gonna be healthy, I'm all in. If everybody is gonna work on themselves and get better, I'm all in. But you can't tell me from last week, from leaving the church, to messing with this man, to that man, to the next man, and now you back to this man, that you working on your healing. You got to spend some time. I gotta see her get her own place, and I gotta see her pay her own rent and take care and put her son's room together. I gotta see her do some womanly things. I gotta see some value in
everyone. You might want to calm down for this one because there are allegations that CPS may finally be removing Chrisean Rock's son due to a video that is going viral all over the world. Chrisean Rock reportedly left her baby in the car in the intense heat while she was on the phone with Blueface arguing. Her son was crying and screaming in the back seat when he was ready to choke, when some Twitch employees at her location stepped in and saved him. So horrifying was a video that Twitch, in addition to CPS taking away her child. Insiders say Chrisean Rock will be charged with reckless endangerment of life. Her page was removed for neglecting her child. Let's take a moment to describe the circumstances. The way Chrisean Rock handled her child has been a subject of criticism from fans for the past few months. Some think she was never ready for motherhood, and some even assert she kept the child to keep her relationship with Blueface intact. After the baby was born, fans continued to drag her all over social media despite the drama, as his other baby mama, Jaden Alexis, already had 2 children with him. Let's not forget how crazy things got during her pregnancy, when she allegedly drank and smoked so much that even Blueface had to call her out. While shopping at Walmart, she was observed mistreating the infant, and it has since been a miss. When Blueface saw how she handled the kid, he criticized her on Twitter, saying, "I notice any time she is in the news because she made a bad decision, and she holds me accountable for it even though I wasn't present. If I were to be completely honest, for instance, why would you take your newborn dog to Walmart to shop for your home when you already have so much?" He said, "But why did she have the right to accuse me? The Walmart trip and her apartment are unrelated to me, and I'm just taking care of myself." The baby's name is Chrisean Jr., and she truly wanted to be a single mother, for heaven's sake. By now, we were aware that their truce had ended and they were once again untidy. Blueface then intensified the drama once more by repeatedly accusing Chrisean Rock of skipping the operation and sharing a photo of Chrisean Jr.'s medical condition. "She is a bad mother. Yes, she is unfit," he tweeted. "She has been delaying the procedure and skipping the appointment in order to fulfill her desires. I'd like to think more about the procedure they're discussing." She failed to notice the Blueface said during the visit, "My son is not healthy because she drank, smoked, and got high off her whale pregnancy, and she couldn't even take 1 month off," even accusing Chrisean of being the source of the sickness. He included a screenshot to further illustrate that Chrisean's drinking was probably the reason. Chrisean's sister was arrested soon after for refusing to turn herself in on an active warrant, and Blueface was jailed for violating his parole to break through all the turmoil. Although she was incarcerated for a few weeks, it's fascinating to note that things didn't go as planned after her release, with Blueface still in jail. The influence dried up club appearances and performances, and the spotlight wasn't flowing in as it once did. Consequently, Chrisean Hyan made the decision to give streaming a try. Regardless of your feelings for her, this is a fact. Because Chrisean's streaming sounded like the perfect fit for someone with her wild and uninhibited nature, she joined. She got more than 20,000 subscribers on Kick in just a few hours after her first stream, you know? But her streaming career encountered a significant obstacle just as fast as it started. According to insiders, Chrisean was detained again soon after fans called CPS after viewing some of the content on her live stream. Perhaps she is simply out here collecting mug pictures like trade cards, or it looks like she never seems to be able to get a break. In case you missed it, the entire fiasco happened as follows at her residence. Chrisean was preparing for a Twitch prom event. Yes, Twitch was assisting her. Her baby began to scream as she spoke with Blueface, who is still incarcerated, on the phone while she had a few Twitch staff members present to set everything up. Instead, Chrisean asked someone to put the baby in the crib because she thought the sobbing was damaging her relationship with Blueface. It was incredibly hot outside, and she was on the phone for a very long period. Everyone, she could hear her infant sobbing in the car. She chose to focus on her jailhouse call and streaming in spite of this. Luckily, the Twitch staff at her residence stepped in and took the baby out of the car before things got worse.
I can call you later so you can do what you gotta do.
No, you don't gotta call me later. I just don't want to argue. You can stay on the phone.
I guess you busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
Huh? I'm not busy at all.
Yeah, I guess you busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
I'm not
even busy.
like,
Okay.
babe,
You're busy right now.
I'm not busy at all. I'm not busy. I'm not busy. I'm about to put a baby in the car. Is that okay? Do you mind taking him to the car? Thank you. Do you mind taking him to the car? Thank you.
There's like 4 other people here to deal with this. Is she alive still?
Here it goes. Here I come, Papa. Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
The video now became somewhat sinister. Chrisean's son was observed gasping for air and choking before the Twitch crew, who were merely there to help broadcasters set up for prom, seized the situation and saved the baby. Insiders say that after the incident, CPS received a lot of calls from angry fans after being swiftly arrested by police. Chrisean is reportedly facing charges of child neglect and possibly even something as risky as attempted injury, depending on how the case develops, but it goes beyond that. According to a number of media outlets, Chrisean may lose custody of her child because it seems that she has put him in dangerous, or obviously dangerous situations in the past. In addition to the fact that Blueface and his crew don't seem to want anything to do with it, insiders claim that Chrisean's financial status is appalling behind the scenes. Unfortunately, this isn't an isolated incident. Despite her assertions of love for her son, rather, it's a pattern, and over the past few months, people have been pointing out indications that her son might be cheating. She was kicked out of his house after destroying it, and now that she's banned from Twitch and her broadcasting bag has been severed, Chrisean may not even have the money to hire a skilled attorney to defend him in this lawsuit, exhibiting symptoms of fetal alcohol syndrome, but Chrisean keeps ignoring them, allowing the symptoms to be seen by others. The fact is that Chrisean and the baby both require assistance, but that assistance can only be provided if she is prepared to confront the reality of the situation, be honest about her difficulties, and provide her son with the essential support he requires, even while he's still very young, and certain things can be resolved with the correct steps now. Let's face it, knowing Chrisean, maybe not much will change until Blueface gets out of jail, and even then, who knows? When Chrisean was accused of recklessly putting her son's life in danger, fans commented, "I remember her saying she planned on taking that baby on tour even when she was on baddies. So no, I'm not surprised her mind is too damaged to have a baby, and then one with special needs. And she's a single mother as well, because the BD ain't worth the __. I'm not at all defending her behavior. But are you of the opinion that Chrisean will prevail in court, or that CPS will be granted complete custody of his child? Watch this next video and then let me know in the comments section below. When they chose to become parents, the odds were set against that child, leaving a crippled child wailing and alone to pursue. It is repulsive, and both the firm and its employees are equally at fault for permitting it to occur.